Mambo, karibu kwetu. I am bintimalu for those who don't know me, and for those who've seen my face before. Hi, it's so nice to see you. Thank you for coming back and watching another video from me. On Saturday or Sunday, I posted a poll on my Instagram asking people if they would be interested in watching a video of how I edit my Instagram pictures. And for some reason, a lot of people wanted to see that. There was more participation than I've had in previous polls. So thank you guys so much for participating, and I hope this video will be helpful and informational. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to write to me either on Instagram, or you can comment on this video down below and I will be answering all your questions. Don't you know you are a queen? Oh, 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 African girl. Don't you know you are a fighter? Oh, 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 oh. The camera that I used is the Canon EOS R. This is the best camera I've had so far. I would highly suggest it to anybody who is interested in either photography or videography. I usually take my photos on my camera 99% of the time because I don't see the point of me taking my photos on my phone when I have a really good camera that can take excellent photos. The SD card that I use is the SanDisk 256GB. That's the one that I have on my camera at all times. But there are cases whereby I forget to reinsert my SD card once I've imported the pictures to. One of the lenses that I used is the RF 35mm, and the f-stop is 2. It's the one that I'm currently filming on. The quality of it is great. The pictures are also really nice. Another lens that I use is the Nifty 50 or the 50mm, and that is of f-stop 1.8, I believe. That's a really nice budget-friendly lens, and I would highly also recommend it. And the third lens that I use is a Tamron lens. I will have it on the screen, but I think the lowest f-stop for that one is either 1.8 or 2.8. I believe it's 2.8. So basically, I try to put my focal length to between 1.8 and 2.8. The lower the focal length, the better it is for the bokeh and as well as just the quality of the pictures. The future's looking bright. For the settings, my ISO is usually between 600 and 1000. In the cases where the lighting is low, I will push it to 1600, but I try my best to limit it to just 1000. As for the f-stop, I try to put it as low as possible. Whatever the lowest f-stop is on that lens, that is the f-stop I would use. But in most cases, it will either be 1.8, 2 or 2.8. As for shutter speed, I am not very informed about it, but basically I would put my shutter speed anywhere between 1/25, I like to say, to 1/60. But basically that would be depending on my ISO and my f-stop. If I still need more light, I will lower my shutter speed, and then if I don't need that much light, I will increase my shutter speed. I've been shooting my pictures in manual mode because I can play around with the settings, and also my pictures are shot RAW. There's a format called C-RAW on the Canon EOS R. I'm sure it's also there in a lot of Canon cameras. So basically that's the format I use to take my pictures. If you're like me and you find it awkward and you're just shy in front of the camera, some of the things you can do is look for poses on applications like Pinterest or Instagram, and there's also an application called Unscripted. It has sections for different types of poses. It's great for photographers, but it's also great if you want to take pictures of yourself. It gives you an idea of different poses that you can try. I have a Pinterest board. I will have it linked down below, but basically I search for poses from other creators and then I save that on my board and I try to recreate that pose. The applications that I use are Lightroom, picsArt, planoly, and plann. Adobe Lightroom is a great application. I totally love it. It's one of my most used applications on my phone and on my computer. So basically what happens is I will sync my phone and my computer to the Adobe Lightroom. So if I'm uploading my pictures on my computer, then it will eventually be synced to my phone and I can be able to access it from here. I think for you to be able to do that, you might have to pay for that plan. It's usually $5.99, which is basically $5. But if you don't need it to be synced to your computer, you don't need to pay for it. I think otherwise it could be free. So for the purpose of this video, I had selected a few pictures that I've taken in the past so that I can edit with you guys in real time. I thought of taking pictures before I did this video, but I didn't have time. So we're just going to edit some of the pictures I have taken so you can see how I go about with the Lightroom process. Okay, so first open the Lightroom app, and as you can see, I have a lot of pictures here. I have 4,000 pictures. So if you want to add your pictures, there's a small icon on the bottom. This is on an iPhone. I'm not sure how it works on an Android. So there's a small icon there. You can either take a picture or you can add a picture from your library. So I'll just add a random picture. Let's select this one of my nephew. Okay, and then you just add it. Another thing that you can do is add pictures to folders or albums. So basically you'll select the 3 dots on the side, and then you click on organize, and then you click on add to, and then add it to his folder, and then you basically add, and then all those pictures will be on that particular folder. Alright, so once I do that, I'll go to one of the folders that I created for this particular video right here. So I will select my picture right there, and then I will add a preset. Now I have my own presets that I had to play around and create one that works good for me. So my presets range between current Instagram and current Instagram 6. Whichever works for that picture, that's the one I will use. So I'll just give you a view of it. That is the current Instagram. That is the current Instagram 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I think for this case, I believe the current Instagram 2 would work better for this picture. The rest are a bit either too warm or too washed out. So that's the preset I will select. And then from there, I will play around with the lighting. So I will go to light. I want to add the exposure a little bit. I think the contrast is fine, so we can either add it or decrease it. I like it the way it is. And then you can also play around with the highlights. You can add them or decrease them. Again, I like the way it is. And then the same thing goes for the shadows. There we go. And the whites and the blacks. So basically you can play out with the lighting. And once I'm satisfied with the lighting on my pictures, I might go to the color, and I will either increase the saturation a little bit or decrease it. I will decrease the vibrance or increase it a little bit. So that is what I will do to these pictures. And then afterwards, I go to the effects once in a while. If there are any pores or anything on the skin that I want it to be a bit smoothened, I will go to the texture and I will decrease the texture. So that is doing extreme. But basically, I will decrease the texture a bit, and you can slowly see like the child had a few freckles. I'm not sure this one on the face, but you can see those right there. So with me decreasing my texture, usually I go until -13 just to make it look more natural. This one does doesn't make much of a change, but that's what I will do. I'll go to -13, and we can do -19, and that will smoothen the face a little bit. Okay, and once that is done, I'll go to the geometry section, and I will want my picture to be upright. So I'll go to the upright part and do auto, and that will make the picture more upright. Now there are cases like this one's right here whereby it doesn't work very well. So I'll just set it back to the way it is and just leave it at that. It doesn't look distorted, but it's not straightened either, but I think it should be okay. And once that is done, I will go to the crop section, and I will crop my picture to 1.1, but 1 by 1, because all my pictures are square on my Instagram feed. And then I'll click OK, and from there I shall export it. Export as, I will choose JPEG PG, and then I'll make sure that it is 100%. And then once I do that, it exports to my camera roll. Okay, so now I'm going to edit one more picture that I plan to be posting the day this video goes up, which is tomorrow. And so let us go ahead and do that. So I think I want to post this picture right here. We'll do the same process. I'll go to my presets. I will choose whichever works best. So let's see. That one, I like that one best. So we'll select that one. I'll go ahead and add a bit of more light and remove the shadows a little bit, and maybe decrease the white, add the black. All right, I like the color. I don't want to add any saturation or vibrance, so I'm okay with that. And the effects, there's nothing I want to change there. I'll go to geometry and make it auto. It's already auto. And then I shall go to my crop. We'll do 1 by 1, and that looks a bit centered. There we go. So from there, I shall go ahead and export it to my camera right there. This might take some time. This takes like a minute or two, maybe even a few seconds. So let's give it time. There we go. And then next I will save the image, and ta-da, it's saved on my camera roll. So I'm gonna do one more just in silence, and I'll do a few more just so you can see the process. The second application I use is picsArt. So basically I just use this application to add a border on my photos. So let me go ahead and show you how I do that. Alright, I will add the picture that I want to add a border to. There it is. And then I'll basically just go to the border part. I'll make the outer to be 0 and the inner to be 10. You can change the color too if you want, but I just want to keep it white. And then I'll click on apply. And then I'll click on download, and ta-da, just like that, it is done. The third application that I'll sometimes use is called Planoly. I used this for a previous challenge. If you watched my 30 days of posting on Instagram challenge, I'll have it linked up here. I'm 𝚑𝚑𝚎𝚎𝚑. So I use this application to do my tracking and to post my pictures for me. So basically this is how it looks like. You basically add a picture here that you want to post. Now if I can find the picture, let's go to picsArt. We'll add a picture and then we'll upload it. And then from here you can go ahead and click on the picture, and then you can write your caption, and then you can schedule it. Now if you have the paid version, it will show you the best time to post your pictures depending on the day. So for today it will be 2 p.m. For tomorrow it will either be between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. and so on and so forth. So this automatically shows you the best time to post your picture. I'm going to turn that off because I don't want to do that. And then you can add the hashtags as well. Now they allow you to create grouped hashtags, so you can just add whichever hashtag you like. So basically this one is for my YouTube videos, so I'll go ahead and add that, and then those hashtags will be added to my caption. And once you're done, you just save it and blah blah blah, you're done. So one of the things that I loved about Planoly is that it can post your pictures automatically to your Instagram feed when you schedule them. Another thing that I love about Planoly is the layout. For some reason, I'm just in love with the layout of Planoly. Some of the things that I didn't like about it is, one, it can't auto post carousel. So if you're posting more than one picture, it's not going to auto post it for you. You have to go in and manually post it. And then another thing, it is terrible at tracking things for you when it comes to Instagram. So if you want to keep track of any metrics, Planoly is definitely not reliable for that. The last application that I use is Plann, and I've started to use this recently, but so far I kind of like it. There are a few things that could be changed, but other than that, I actually like it. Okay, so this is a Plann application. Let's go, and right now I have my feed connected. So you do the same thing that you do on Planoly. I will add a picture, upload, and where's the picture I want? Right here. I hope. Okay, there we go. So I will add that picture, and this one also takes a few times. A few minutes. A few seconds. Okay. Once I have that picture added, I'll do the same thing I do on Planoly. I'll write a caption here. I'm going to write that later on. And then when it comes to scheduling, now this is where Plann is a bit better than Planoly. It will show you the time that people are online, as well as the time that you should be posting, the best time to post, as well as the time when your audience is most online. And I think this is very, very beneficial, so you can choose between the two which one you want to post at. And then once you've selected that, so for me, I will select tomorrow is Tuesday. Well, my audience is mostly online at 4 a.m. but I will select 10 a.m. to post on Tuesday. No, it's not December 1. Tomorrow is Tuesday, November 24. Okay, so I will select to post at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, and I will save that. Then later on I'll come in and write my caption, and then the hashtag, it does the same thing. So for this I'll do the YouTube hashtags, and it will add them here. And once I write my caption, I will save it, and it should be ready to be posted tomorrow. So something that I don't necessarily love about Plann is that it can't automatically post to your Instagram. So you have to remember the next day at 10 a.m. for my case, I have to come in, copy the caption and everything, and then post on my Instagram. So that's where it's a bit finicky. But other than that, Plann is really, really good at tracking your metrics, and as well as showing you what time is best for you to post versus what time most of your audience is online, so that you can pick between the two. Those are the applications that I use, and that is how I edit my Instagram pictures. If you have any questions, please let me know. Also, I'm considering selling my presets for a very affordable price. So if it's something you'll be interested in as well, just, hit a girl up and I will try to hook you up. But that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully I was able to give you the information you needed and you're curious about. And if not, please do comment down below. Send me a message on Instagram, and I will be reaching out to you with answers to those questions. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to keep spreading the African love, whatever kind of love you have to offer, because there's no room for hate. I shall see you next time. Kwetu.